Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspired disorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Paddington, the animated family film. I guess not animated, it's live action with animated CG characters. Paddington is a CG character. But it is a family film. Movies that I haven't franchised, there's Paddington 1 and 2. I have not seen either of them. And Paddington 2 gets brought up constantly, it seems, on like so many different movie podcasts that I listen to. It's just a matter of time before somebody starts gushing over how amazing Paddington 2 is. So I decided to finally check them out. I purchased both of the films just outright on Apple TV. I mean, if everybody says they're so good, then, I'm probably going to like it. The chances are I'm going to like it, and it was true. I'm going to talk about Paddington 1 in this episode. Next week, I'll do Paddington 2. But yeah, adorable characters. You see, I was a Paddington. I remember having a Paddington stuffed animal growing up. And I believe I watched episodes. There are moments of this what I kind of remember where he's, kind of writing letters back to his aunt. I kind of it reminded me of I believe it was an animated show as a kid. But it's not something that I had a lot of nostalgic memories of necessarily. It wasn't my biggest jam as a kid. But damn, is it adorable. You get to see kind of the origins of Paddington, where where his family, before Paddington was in the picture, an explorer was in, where does it say Peruvian, was in Peru, on an expedition, and found these bears that were just adorable bears, and formed a bond with them, taught them how to speak some English, and then then the explorer went away, and these bears later found Paddington and kind of taught him all he knows, and taught him there's the UK, England was kind of this place that they always wanted to travel to. And tragedy happens back in the Peruvian jungle, and his aunt sends Paddington to go find the explorer to live with. And when he gets to the UK, Paddington is taken in by this adorable family that is the core of the film, while they try to help Paddington, find the explorer. I love the family. I love every aspect of this. The villain is Nicole Kidman. She plays a taxidermist. The family is amazing. The dad is like the most hesitant to help. Like the most hesitant to have Paddington in the family. Everybody, by the way, the universe of this film, nobody gives a shit that Paddington is a bear. They're not afraid. They don't even acknowledge that Paddington. Like I'm almost curious if Paddington is like an allegory for a person of color, because there's moments of the film where it feels like Paddington would be, he's an immigrant in the UK, and after watching the Small Axe films, you kind of see how unwelcoming the UK can be to immigrants. So maybe that's a connection there. But the dad is like he's saying no constantly, but also going way out of his way to help out Paddington, which is just sweet. The mom of the family is an artist. She's an illustrator. Also just a sweetheart. I mean, anything UK, it seems like they're just so polite. They're just so polite. I mean, the downside of everybody being super nice is they're putting on a facade a lot of the times, but it's still nice to just see, just kind of, it's very similar to Ted Lasso, just how it's just super nice. Everybody's super nice. The son of the family is like a genius. He's like a MacGyver kind of a kid. The daughter is super smart as well. She's like super good with the languages. The grandma in the family is a badass. Just the whole family that surrounds Paddington is so adorable. While they're trying to find out who this guy was. And in the story, it's interesting. It's interesting how they connected the villain, the taxidermist, to she ends up being spoilers for Paddington. That's I don't know 6 7 years old. Um, she's the daughter of the explorer, which was an interesting wrinkle. And the reason why it was so hard for them to find any records of that explorer is that the explorer was sent to bring back specimens from Peru, and he did not. He was supposed to bring back the bears, which were the aunt and uncle of Paddington. So he was kind of excommunicated, and all of his records were burned. And she's the daughter of this guy, so she's kind of trying to. She kind of makes up for his compassion by trying to get the specimen of a Peruvian bear. But yeah, there's funny gags in this. There's a pigeon gag that constantly goes on. The movies are well shot. Like everything's framed. It almost has a Wes Anderson kind of a feel to it. Um, the mistakes, Paddington just kind of existing, trying to do good things, or just common things, ends up turning into like this Rube Goldberg of events that just kind of escalate how bad a situation gets, which is adorable. I mean, it's kind of slapsticky as well. The animation is pretty good. I mean, the character design is adorable. Paddington is adorable. This movie is adorable. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The little town that they're in England is adorable. As I say, every part of this movie is adorable. It should just be called Paddington. Adorable as fuck. That's what it should be called. And I probably can't get monetized for this because I just said the F word, and but whatever. Paddington, the first film of the series, is good. It's you get a little adventure in there, as they're trying to kind of figure out what's going on. They try to save Paddington. The family kind of comes together to save Paddington because he gets snatched up at one point. But it's like a kind of a bummer because he's not really welcome in the family at first, and he's kind of a magnet for mistakes, and he's clumsy, and bad things happen, and it kind of like adds a riff in the family, so he doesn't feel welcome, and he kind of gets sets off on his own. So it's ups and downs, lefts and rights, but overall a really great movie, just a really heartwarming movie. I would imagine they're going to do more because I think Paddington 2 is rated better than Paddington 1, and I'm looking forward to talking about that next week. But it'll be fun to see if this series continues. And I think it's the same creator of or producer from Harry Potter produced at least this first Paddington film. But yeah, it's a character that uh just him existing and getting into these little troubles, and then also being set in the UK adds a new flavor to it. For whatever reason, I like super I cravings for marmalade all of a sudden. I'm literally the next time I go to the grocery store, I'm getting marmalade, trying to decide of what kind of bread would be good for a marmalade sandwich. But I'm definitely, by the time I review Paddington 2, I will have ingested a respectable amount of marmalade, making sure I get all of the nutrients, all the vitamins and nutrients a bear needs in one single sandwich for the day. Since I'm a bear, in some communities they would consider me a bear because I'm a hairy dude, bigger hairy dude. But yeah, check it out, Paddington. It's just so. What else can I not say? I mean, It's a really fun movie, heartfelt. It's got heart for days. The family's amazing. I'm just excited to see hopefully what Paddington 3 is. I mean, Paddington 2, it's amazing how good Paddington is, and for Paddington 2 to come out and be arguably be a step up. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this franchise if they continue to pump it out. And I don't know if Paul King, he wrote and directed this. Did he do Paddington 2? He did do Paddington 2. So that's good. Um, Hopefully, do they show upcoming pre-production? No. He's doing a Wonka movie. That's interesting. Uh, that was very interesting. But hopefully he comes back to do Paddington 3. Fingers crossed. Paddington 2 came out in 2017. So it's been 4 years. Not looking good for a new Paddington. But if it's just 2 movies, it's a great 2-movie franchise. But yeah, check it out. Paddington. Make sure you support our sponsor, Station House Coffee. Give them a follow on Instagram and go to the website, stationhousecoffee.com. Order yourself some amazing small batch, single origin, premium coffee brewed in Thetford Center, Vermont, shipped directly to you. Let them know the Ray Taylor Show sent you. Follow Station House Coffee on Instagram and go to stationhousecoffee.com and order your coffee today. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad free over at patreon.com/Inspired Disorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out.